The $100 billion blueprint, look closer, not at the spider, at the thread. Because one of the most advanced materials we've ever measured isn't forged in a furnace. It's made in silence, in the corners of your backyard. A web looks fragile, but in physics, what looks weak can hide power. This is the question that changes everything. What if the strongest engineering on Earth was already here? The real myth. When people talk about spider silk, they usually say one thing: it's stronger than steel. That sentence is almost true, but it misses the real miracle. Because strength alone isn't the superpower. The real superpower is toughness. In the lab, we measure strength in megapascals. Structural steel sits around 400 megapascals. Spider silk? It can hit 1,200 to 1,500 megapascals. But here is the secret. Steel is brittle. If you pull it 5%, it snaps. Spider silk? It can stretch up to 40% of its length and still hold. It doesn't just resist a hit, it drinks it. The jet claim. You've heard the headline. A pencil-thick strand could stop a Boeing 747. Let's be precise. This isn't magic. It's a scaling argument based on energy absorption. If you could manufacture a defect-free cable, 2 centimeters thick and 30 kilometers long, the molecular architecture of that silk could absorb the kinetic energy of a landing 747 without snapping. Spider silk acts like a system that eats momentum, and once you understand that, you see why engineers treat it like a $100 billion blueprint. The molecular architecture. So, what is silk, really? It's a protein fiber built from chains called Spidroins. Inside those chains is an astonishing design. Crystalline beta sheets, tightly packed blocks, hard, aligned, and strong. They are the microscopic reinforcement bars. Amorphous regions, softer, disordered chains that stretch like a polymer spring. It is a composite built inside a single thread. Crystals give it strength. Chaos gives it elasticity. It doesn't shatter. It adapts. The real problem, if it's that valuable, why not harvest it? Because you can't farm spiders. Spiders are territorial and cannibalistic. When crowded, they don't cooperate. They compete. To get enough silk for one shirt, you'd need tens of thousands of spiders, and they'd likely eat each other before the first thread was spun. The future of silk was never a farm. It was a factory. Biofactories. Welcome to 2026. We've stopped looking at the spider and started looking at the code. By inserting Spidroin genes into yeast and bacteria, we've turned microorganisms into living 3D printers. They poop out liquid silk protein dope. But silk is more than its ingredients, it's the spin. If you spin it wrong, you get a weak imitation. The modern frontier isn't just biology, it's microfluidics. We are building mechanical glands that align molecules with the precision of a master weaver. Medicine in the hospital, this web becomes a lifesaver. It is biocompatible. Your immune system doesn't see it as an enemy. Today, it is the holy grail for nerve regeneration. We use silk fibers as microscopic handrails. Schwann cells, the body's repair crew, climb these fibers to bridge gaps in severed nerves. It is a temporary architecture that guides the body while it heals, then safely dissolves. Aerospace. Now, shift to the debris field of orbit. Tiny particles moving at 17,000 miles per hour hit like bullets. Brittle shields shatter. Heavy shields are too expensive to launch. But silk-inspired composites, they act like cosmic catcher's mitts. They stretch, they spread the stress, and they survive. Not by being the hardest material, but by being the smartest. Final reveal. The $100 billion secret was never the spider. It was the design hiding in the thread. As of 2026, the global synthetic silk market is surging toward $2.1 billion, with a projected growth of 35% annually. We are finally learning to manufacture at scale. The mountain is established, the code is cracked. Are you still holding the dust of the old materials? Or are you ready to walk in the light of the bio-revolution? Meet me in the patterns. Subscribe to our YouTube channels.